Now at 5, stopping catalytic converter thefts.
And so we're trying to find different ways that we can combat this theft.
In August of last year and this past August, more than 1,700 catalytic converters were stolen in Portland. How law enforcement is helping people fight back. Rain in the valley and snow on the mountains. The Pacific Northwest traditional fall weather is back in full swing. The difference it's making for crews fighting the Nakia Creek fire in southern Washington. Plus, the University of Oregon is in the national spotlight. Nearly 60,000 fans filled Autzen Stadium in Eugene. Tonight, the Oregon Ducks faced off against the UCLA Bruins. You can say the Oregon Ducks smashed the competition today. One of the biggest games in college football ended moments ago with a huge victory for the Ducks against the UCLA Bruins. Although the victory party actually started way before the Ducks even took the field. Now, these are fans at the ESPN's College Game Day show. Many of them showed up in the morning, way before the sun was even out. Thanks for joining us. For KGW News at 5, I'm Christelle Kumwe. Now, after their win, the Ducks are one more step closer to the conference championship. Orlando Sanchez joins us for Autzen Stadium in Eugene. And Orlando, tell us about this big win.
Yeah, Christelle, you know, they say it never rains inside Autzen Stadium. Well, I can't confirm it did rain, but maybe that was a great sign for those Oregon who had a lot to play for, a lot at stake, a conference championship on the horizon, but they needed a win here today, and they delivered under the bright lights on the national stage.
It was a party in Eugene, bright and early. The U of O in the national spotlight, ESPN's College Game Day taking over hours before kickoff. And it was showtime inside Autzen Stadium. Official attendance, 59,962. Fourth largest crowd ever at Autzen Stadium. Sporting pink to stomp out cancer. On the field, a top 10 matchup. Chip Kelly and the undefeated UCLA Bruins ranked 9th in the AP poll, taking on number 10 Oregon. Winners of 5 straight heading into this one. And this game was downright offensive. Punters got most of the day off. The Ducks put up points on their first 6 drives. Quarterback Bo Nix was cooking. 20 of 28, 283 yards, 5 touchdowns through the air. This, a 49-yard bomb to Troy Franklin, giving Oregon a 17-10 lead. Key moment on the ensuing kickoff, special teams comes up with the onside kick, and the Ducks would turn that into more points. The Nix-Franklin connection is real. Rain or shine, they could not be stopped. Franklin had 132 yards receiving, 2 TDs. Oregon played some of its best ball of the season, chalking up 545 yards of offense, handing UCLA its first loss. Oregon wins 45-30. The Ducks take over first place in the Pac-12 Conference, improving to 6-1 on the season, keeping a glimmer of hope alive for the college football playoff.
So now those Oregon Ducks sit on top of the Pac-12 standings, making a statement here on the national stage. And head coach Dan Lanning even talked about it just moments ago, how he was preparing for the weather out here, knowing that it was going to rain, and that's when they decided to pounce on that onside kick that really turned this game around and helped them extend that lead, and they never looked back after that. So they've been really good here in Eugene, Christelle. They've won 23 consecutive home games, 3rd longest in college football. But now they've got to go on the road. Their next 2 games will be away from Autzen Stadium, starting with Cal. But tonight, Duck Nation celebrating a massive win over UCLA. Christelle?
Thanks, Orlando. A massive win in true Oregon fashion with all that rain. All right, we're switching gears now to a big problem in our area. We're talking about the theft of catalytic converters. A commander with the Portland Police Bureau calls the crime prolific. Mike Benner shows us how law enforcement is helping people combat the thefts.
Catalytic converters are on the underbelly of a vehicle. You would think they are safe there, but unfortunately that's not the case. Thieves will go to great lengths to get their hands on this car part. It makes preventing the crime, like they're trying to do here in North Portland, so important. Dawson Park was the site of a public safety fair Saturday. One of the must-have giveaways was a catalytic converter etching kit. One person after another grabbed one, including Antoinette Davis.
I really appreciate it.
The last thing Davis wants is for someone to steal the catalytic converter off her car. It's something that's become quite common in North Portland. In fact, between August of last year and August of this year, more than 1,700 catalytic converters were stolen in the area, many in the Elliott neighborhood, where Dawson Park is located.
It's really bad that people are resorting to that just to feed their habits.
Law enforcement believes people can fight back by using an etching kit like this one to tag catalytic converters with a unique serial number.
Catalytic converters have materials in them, some minerals that people can sell, and so they're valuable. And so we're trying to find different ways that we can combat this theft and protect the property.
Property being stolen at an alarming rate, and not just in North Portland. Back in August, detectives with the Beaverton Police Department busted 14 people for stealing more than 3,000 catalytic converters. And earlier this month, Tigard PD tried combating the thefts in its jurisdiction by partnering with an auto body repair shop to mark catalytic converters.
What we're trying to do is actually be preventative instead of reactionary to the increased numbers of catalytic converter theft.
The event quite similar to the catalytic converter etching kit giveaway at Dawson Park. People like Antoinette Davis doing everything in their power to avoid becoming the next victim.
I'm not living in victim mentality. We made it through a pandemic, so we just have to do the rest and put in some work.
In addition to tagging your catalytic converter, you can prevent its theft by parking in a garage or in a well-lit area. Reporting in North Portland, I'm Mike Benner for KGW News.
Developing news in Kelso High School in Washington. The school's football game and homecoming dance were canceled last night, as well as all weekend activities due to a scare on Friday. At around 1 Friday afternoon, the school was alerted of a possible gun on campus and called police. Kelso police showed up and say no gun was fired. There was no evidence a student had a gun and nobody was hurt. But to be safe, they evacuated the school and searched the school as well. Parents were called to pick up their kids. Again, all weekend activities at Kelso High are canceled. The school says the homecoming dance will be rescheduled. The return of rain is helping crews in Clark County fight the Nakia Creek fire. It is now 43% contained and holding steady at just over 1,900 acres. All evacuation orders have been lifted. Officials say they believe the fire may have been sparked by fireworks. They are looking for 2 men and 2 women spotted near light-colored Subaru in this picture that you're seeing. It was taken on Sunday, October 9th, the day the fire started. Anyone with information should contact the Clark County Fire Marshal's office. Camas football held a dinner for firefighters and first responders last night. The athletes hosted the event to thank the firefighters for their courage. The dinner was at Doc Harris Stadium while the team played their rivals, Union High School. All right, we talked about the rain. We are seeing some raindrops, and the question now, Daisy Caballero, as she joins us, will the rain last? Will it continue?
Well, Christelle, great question here. We are expecting to see a little bit more of that rain stick around for today, but come tomorrow, things are going to be clearing up, and we'll talk more about it in the full forecast. But I wanted to take us out over to Timberline because we saw the first snowfall of the season. They're at 28 degrees and the snow is falling, and it will continue to do so throughout the night into Sunday as well. Now, the National Weather Service has issued a few advisories that I wanted to let you all know. Again, because of these cooler conditions, there is a winter weather advisory along the Cascades and in those mountains and foothills, because we're expecting to see right around 1 inch to 3 inches, right around 4,000 feet of elevation, and between 2 to 8 inches above that. So this is in effect right now and will last until 11 o'clock tonight. So if you haven't already gotten those car chains, make sure you have that, because Winter is officially approaching and almost here in some areas. Satellite radar, we are still seeing, like I said, pockets of rain throughout our area and obviously that mountain snow as well. And something else that's good to note, our air quality is good. We're not even seeing unhealthy or moderate air quality again because of the rain. Love the rain, right? Current conditions right now, we're really seeing those 50s for the most part, and we're looking at 48 degrees over in Silverton. Taking your weekend at a glance, we're seeing a high of 56 degrees, 60s for both Sunday and Monday. But again, we'll talk about that full forecast coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Daisy. Now here's a traffic alert for anyone heading to the Portland airport this weekend. The MAX Red Line won't run today or tomorrow. It's part of TriMet's A Better Red project. It will enhance reliability and expand Red Line service 10 stations west from Beaverton Transit Center to the Hillsborough Airport. Now this weekend, crews will be lifting and setting the girders for a new light rail bridge at Gateway Green Park. There are lots of changes, so make sure you plan ahead. You can ride the blue and green lines to the Gateway Transit Center, then shuttle buses will take you to PDX. If you're coming in from Beaverton, the blue line will run more frequently to replace that red line service.